Awaken Cohort.
And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Admiral Tyrek of the battleship GCS Chomper, supported by our friendly sister battleship. Well, not really, it's a different class. The battleship GCS Spike, as we continue, well, mopping up the Romulan Star Empire at this point. They are down to a grand total of 8 tiles, although they were down to 7 at one point down in the southern tier, but we're going to have to come in and clean this up. And once we do that, we will have completed yet another campaign, our 6th campaign. And then we will move over back to the western half of the galaxy to play as the Lyrans. But that is for another time and place, so let's jump back down into the battle, into the fight, and do a little bit of missions. I was going to actually take the mission here to capture this tile, but it looks like it handled it for us, so let's continue to push out into Romulan space proper. That way we don't have to waste any time with a little bit of connecting the supply lines. So hit the ready button, go off on a Romulan mission, hitting the red alert, coming over here, making sure we are prepping a wild weasel, and mission accomplished. Good job, everybody. Mission accomplished, I think. Game, are you crashing? No, you're not. No prestige. Apparently it was a defeat, and they kept the tile. I have no idea what happened there. Every so often it does that. I think at least once a campaign we get at least one of those missions where it starts and ends, and that was the end of that. So we'll go on another mission. Red alert, increase speed, prep the wild weasel, make sure we go through all our housekeeping tasks, and that forward shield does indeed need to be set to forward reinforcement. Come around to the port, increase our speed up to our combat speed now that we can actually pay attention to how fast we are going. And we have a target. It is a dreadnought. We are to destroy an enemy if encountered. It is a CNHX, some sort of heavy dreadnought, I assume? It is, of course, that gorgeous style that I absolutely love. I'm not sure why, but just, oh, I love this. It kind of reminds me of a Valdor class, but I'm not going to get into that. And there's a random Romulan frigate over here who we're not really going to pay a whole heck of a lot of attention to because he's going to die. Try to probe his way so that we can get full data on this guy. Get a full run-up of exactly what he's carrying. At worst, I'm expecting 2 R's, 2 S's, 2 F's, just like we have. But he could be armed with something more than that. And, come on. Probe tells me he's got 2 S's, an R, and 2 F's. So he's pretty significantly lighter than we are. He also only has 2 D-type plasma torpedoes. So a little bit of escort support there. So we will have to keep our own pseudo-fighters in the docking bay. We don't want to waste them if we don't have to. And make sure we're keeping an eye on our wild weasel. The first one is done. Let's prep the second one. On course, ready to kill. Increase the speed of time just a little bit. Just a wee bit. I want to see how much I can actually get done on this mission today. And, well, if we can kill these guys, we can hopefully get a lot done. Oh, quickly, come in here. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Whew, okay. We want weapons control because the amount of firepower that he brings to the table is just absurd. So he has fired from long range. I think at us. Keep getting close. Start slowing down. Start slowing down. We want to set our speed at 4. That's what we were waiting for. Slowing down. Make sure that we actually get that going. And I would order you to fire all your weapons, but I don't want to waste them because he will wild weasel. Prepare our first R-type plasma torpedo. Fire it away. We did take a random hit for reasons. Where's that wild weasel? There it is. He deployed it just in time. We are lined up and ready to rock. And looks like he's engaging this guy. Interesting. The Dreadnought is not cloaking, which honestly is probably a mistake on the Dreadnought's part. Fire everything that we've got. No! The faces just burned themselves out. I wish I could set that to default as not being on, because that is just dumb. We'll come around to port side, and of course, if you've got a shot, kill him. Thank you. So we're going to come around, and he's dumping a lot of stuff onto us. Unfortunately, we can get much bigger plasma torpedoes fired directly into him. Oh, the pain, the humanity. Lots of systems going offline. He's lost his phaser R, which is great. Pay attention to what's going on over here. What the heck? How did you take so much damage? Oh, you were deploying. Were you deploying? No, maybe. I thought for a moment maybe he was deploying transporter mines, but he may have just chunked all that. We've got our D-type plasma torpedo handling him quite handily. All systems taken out. Good job. Continue to come around to starboard. Yes. If you've got plasma torpedoes, fire it. Just fire it into him. He doesn't have any defenses as of right now. I don't think anyway. So yeah, you're not that far away. Never mind, you only had an R-type plasma torpedo. So we're going to line up onto him and hopefully kill him. Gotta remember to keep in our housekeeping duties to shut off that utterly worthless point defense system when fighting other major plasma races. All systems selected and ready. We're going to keep bouncing it, I think. We're going to take a little bit of damage from it, but not that much. Line him up nice and tight, and rip into him. And we couldn't drop speed in time. We will be going slow enough so that we won't get hit by the mine. At least there is that. Are you facing in the right direction? Yes, you are. So, weapons. Fire everything. There we go. He's got 2 huge plasma torpedoes. Look, is he gonna? Nope. I thought for a second he was going to dump a wild weasel, but that was not the case. You may fire at anything you bear on, so you don't need my permission anymore. We're going to come slowly to starboard and sort of pick our way through this random minefield, and prep with a plasma torpedo to utterly rock his world. Again, it's a single frigate versus 2 battleships. He's basically just wasting our time. Yeah. Now that he's all out of pseudo fighters, he's just there's no reason for him to be doing this. It's fire a plasma torpedo, kill him, death. But no, not allowed to. We must wait until he decloaks, and then we can fire it, and then he'll wild weasel, and then he'll cloak, and then we'll have to wait again. And that's how that will go. Fortunately, we have potentially an infinite number of plasma torpedoes, and he only has a certain number of wild weasels. Phaser select. Get ready to open him up like a can opener. There we go. Got some damage through. Still didn't decloak, but we dealt 9 damage. For all that's worth to us. 9 damage. Seeing how much damage we can deal. So instead, again, he's just zipping around at maximum speed. Well, maximum, yeah, 17.3 while cloaked. Wow. Increase the speed of time. This is the annoying part of fighting Romulans. Like, I don't mind fighting Romulans. I mind when they do this crap, because that's annoying. R-type plasma torpedo. Fire it. Oh, nope, he's already dumped his wild weasel. All up in select. We're gonna completely rip him apart in this next go. So wait for the attack shift to go away. That'll tell us the wild weasel is no longer active. And it is gone. Good night. Wow, he just couldn't take that kind of phaser power. Yep. That works out pretty well. Still a little annoying to have wasted so much time just looking at him. The real fight ended in like a turn and a half. But, well, sometimes you have to deal with certain racial characteristics of some ship types. Romulans get cloak, Klingons get high maneuverability and weak rear shields, the Gorn get fantastic phaser arcs, tons of armor, the Federation are just all around balanced nice, the Merak bring more missiles than God, and the Lyrans are... I actually don't know what the Lyrans really do that's cool. Like, yes, they get expanding sphere generators, but I've been kind of thinking, like, what's their shtick? Is it seriously just the expanding sphere generator? Which I suppose you can kind of, like, be nice for that, because there are 3 races whose shtick is plasma torpedoes. The Romulan, Gorn, and ISC. But still, the Romulans also get cloaked, the Gorn get, well, basically star castles, and the ISC are an intergalactic empire, which is weird. Is it seriously just one frigate? It looks that way. So, also, let's not forget this time. Shut that off so we have all kinds of phasers to just annihilate him when we get the chance. Reinforce that forward shield to the maximum. We are, of course, handling that wild weasel, and we are drifting right on in towards the enemy. We'll come over here to our buddy. Thank you. And we're just going to line it up, because I'm anticipating, well, horrific death. Yeah, there's nobody else on this entire map, so it's just going to be me, you, and all of my plasma torpedoes. He has fired long-range blinking fire. Frankly, though, it's not going to save him. If he keeps wandering in like this, slow down to a reasonable time, and engage with a single R-type plasma torpedo. That should get his attention quite nicely. And hopefully he will dump the wild weasel so that we don't have to do a second one. He just took it on the nose. Fire the second one. Okay. All up and select. Yep, there goes his wild weasel. Start to slow down. Slow down rather quickly. We are probably going to have to all phaser everything this. Once we get to point blank range, I will phaser even if I can't shoot. Stand by. Yeah, I saw this drop down to 0 just as we got on top of him, so... Fire all of the things. Why not? Just fire absolutely everything that you can possibly get your little hands on because, yeah, that's a lot of plasma. 150 prestige. Tile is neutralized. Let's press back through here. Brief stop. Nothing too big. A little bit of repair work on the Spike because he keeps dropping that shield, and apparently it was worth 27 repair points. I don't know why. Spike, of course, does not get replacements for his pseudo-fighters. He has proven he can't be trusted with them. We are, however, going to give him more Marines, because more Marines is more fun, and some spare parts just in case he needs them. And I don't really mind how much cash we're spending, because we're not saving up for another starship, and we have enough to keep us going for a long time. So a whole bunch of spare parts to go along with this, just in case, you know, we don't want to be caught without them. And hit the map and put it back out into space. We're all good. Not a surprised reversed. That would just be cruel. Like, the enemy just does not stand a chance if we do a surprise reverse, so we'll hit the red alert. We'll come up here. Now, honestly, they don't really stand a chance if we do a convoy raid either, because, well, when you're doing a convoy raid, you're generally running into situations where you could fly right by the defender and go after all his convoy vessels. This is well known. But at least there's a chance of, like, fighting dreadnoughts and battleships in it. Hopefully not a great chance, because that would be scary. No, it looks like we've just got a single freighter that's going to be of the priority transport type. Let's make sure we get up to our speed of 15 so that we're not wasting power. We have, of course, prepped our weld weasel and shields, as well as the little shield thingy. We have shut it off because we do not want the point defense systems wasted on trying to reduce the power of plasma torpedoes that can't get through our shields. Oh, it's always frustrating when you forget that one. And I think I want to increase the speed of time. Not 100% on that, but I'm not seeing anything bigger. I've got 5 ships so far at long-range scanner range. You're lying to me, because this is not that. So we've got 2 sort of medium-type transports, or like tiny-type transports. And there's the last one. It's a frigate. Okay, so it looks like this convoy is currently being escorted by a single frigate. He is a later version, I think. And he is an SKX. So he is a capital X at the end of the list. So what that means is the ship was designed post-X-type technology being created, so it's not being refitted on after the fact. But before they decided, hey, let's go nuts with this X-type technology and just put it on everything. So it's a very narrow band of ships. Doesn't have a whole lot of ships in that class type. But it is always unique when you run into them. Is it effective? No. It's basically a normal starship with better engines. And quite frankly... Oh, he's got a Q-ship. He's got at least one Q-ship in his support group. So there is that. Slow down the speed of time. And I don't want to take away control from him. Because when you do that, the AI suddenly loses all concept of how to fight. The moment you mess around with the fleet settings, it never recovers. It just doesn't know when to shoot, and it basically becomes your mindless slave. He is capable of doing 60 damage with that forward armament. Oh, you little punk! You absolute punk. Decloaked. Oh, that's frustrating and annoying, and I don't like you at all. Coming off cloak. Stand up and fight. Just honorably, like something important. Because if you don't decloak, I have all these plasma torpedoes. They're especially here for you, like personally for you. Please decloak. He fired his plasma torpedoes despite the fact there's no lock here. I don't know how he did that. So tell me your secrets, Spike. Let me know. I have no idea what's going on. He's at full cloak, and the Spike still managed to get a shot at him. Fire a plasma torpedo into him. I'm expecting a wild weasel to be dropped at any moment. Try and keep him in your frontal arc. I wouldn't count on it, though. Looks like he decided to take the hit. He will defend against that, no doubt. Come on. Decloak. Decloak so I can lay you out. And reverse course. And phasers. Oh, we opened them up. Don't we have a lot more phaser fiber? Really? We are that limited on phasers. I'll let the Spike handle that. Hopefully that'll blow it up soon. Yeah, there it goes. So it's just him now. Wasting all our times. Our phasers weren't able to punch through. Come on. Decloak. You bloody coward. I know why he does it. It's just frustrating. Because he obviously can't win. Even if he does cloak hop all the time. He does not have the capability to defeat us on this. So he has high energy turn. He's trying to force the fight to the front. Unfortunately, we were ready with all our plasma torpedoes because we saved them. And now, as soon as that wild whistle goes away, if he doesn't start cloaking like right now, he's not going to survive this incoming fire. I'm going to see to it. I will take the amount of damage that you can put on the nose. There we go. So targets destroyed. Are they running directly away from us? They are, so that may have bought him all the time that he needed. Let's go to our power consumption. We have a whole bunch of points of power that we can currently sap from our energy systems. That's how much we can go right now. So let's increase the speed of time and catch up to these guys. They wasted about a turn of ours. So we're going to have to try and keep up nice and quickly here. 2 points of power for every point of speed. That is a pretty classical battleship right there. But we'll catch up to these guys. They're not getting away. Fairly certain. Mostly positive. If they do, I'm going to be so disappointed. Oh, come on. Come on. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. You can't stop us. Make sure the energy, getting the most out of the engines. The absolute most that we can get. We're spending 58 points on power. Holy crap. That's a lot of power. I kind of want to let you kill him. So, yeah, we'll sort of drift this way. That way you fire plasma torpedoes at him. Are you going to? Come on, do it, do it, do it. Fire your plasma torpedoes at him. He's right bloody there. There we go. Okay, one's destroyed. Next in line is you. Going to see if I can't deal with phasers. We're not exactly charging phasers right now. We kind of desperately need to pull power from the engines to do that. And let's get in there with an R-type plasma torpedo. Hi. What? What? Huh? Wait a second. Hold. What? What happened there? I didn't see a wild weasel. Did he dump one? I didn't see it. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't see it. Fire that. That has a wild weasel. You can see him that much. Start to slow down. And, ooh, we're actually so close. We might actually pass over him before his defense shift goes away. Let's see. Phaser select only. Okay, that's dead. And SI plasma torpedo. And pick up some speed so we can catch up to him. I'm anticipating a wild weasel. He is not a standard freighter, so he might have a shuttle. And if he does, he will dump one. Yep, there it is. So you get to be the last on the naughty list, my friend. There shall be no survival from what we are about to bring to you. 4, 3, 2, there we go. Armed priority transport, getting 3 plasma torpedoes. It's only 70 damage, but he's a transport. He doesn't have that much defensive firepower. Or armor at that point. So we have managed to sacrifice yet another mission. Bring it back to our side. And 200 prestige, not bad. And we'll keep the pressure on. Mission patrol. Gotta keep the pressure on, gotta make sure that the enemy is fleeing from us in terror. After all, I don't think they have any bases left. This is just the thing that you must accomplish at the end, and we're not just gonna skip it, because it's important. It's important for completeness' sake. So make sure we also have our forward shields to the maximum power. And, ooh, it's a trap. It's another frigate trap. How cute. We're actually going to plow right through the front of this. Actually, these are destroyers. And, ooh, you're an X-type destroyer. You are an XDP. I want to say that you carry fighters, but I'm not sure. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to turn back onto these guys. And the reason we're going to do that is I think we can kill them with phasers only. They are little tiny patrol frigates. They don't have a lot of firepower, and we do. Also, they're going to get here first, I think. Maybe not. He's doing a speed of 20. He's doing a speed of 20. They're slowing down. They may have actually timed that pretty good. So everybody should be everywhere pretty much at the same time. We'll know when to launch pseudo-fighters probably when we get right on top of them. Our pseudo-fighters are probably more than enough to take on this FFXP. I'm anticipating 2 plasma torpedoes of G rank. I think G plasma torpedoes would probably be common. It is an X-type refit of a frigate, so that's what I would assume. Our plasma torpedoes are not yet charged. That's an interesting wrinkle. They're not still a full turn away, so we're actually going to meet before any plasma torpedoes can be fired, I think. Unless he slows down even more, but we have a closure rate of, well, 33 at this point. He's slowing down. Plasma torpedoes should almost be ready to fire. One more tick, so let's open him up like a can opener. And I didn't shoot that. What? Huh? My F-type torpedoes are not on that hard point, so why did they shoot? I'm fully confused now. We're going to kill the the Phantom, in all caps. Oh crap, I fired too early. Shoot. So I accidentally made a mistake on that one and fired a little bit too early on that. I thought that a little bit more time had passed. So we've taken out half of the ambush. Unfortunately, we have the other half of the ambush to handle. He is equipped with a single D-type plasma torpedo. Let's slow down because it does appear that he's engaging us. And I would like to not have to hard stop. Okay, so we did have to hard stop anyway. We do have a second decoy ready. So we are going to only go at a speed of about 4. And what's your X-type ability? It's just X-phasers, really? Yeah, it looks like he really doesn't have a whole lot besides that. He's got a stern-firing F-type phaser, which is pretty interesting. And he has dumped his Wild Weasel. So there is that to deal with. And it looks like the Injunction... Oh, we flew an Injunction once. Managed to fly over the mine right next to the community and take a hit there. Our F-type plasma torpedoes are almost fully charged. I really don't know why they fired, like, without command. It's super tempting to kill the Injunction. He does have 4 D-type plasma torpedoes. Yeah. Give him a little bit of both. Fire both phasers. Just to spread it out a bit. He's not actually able to punch through our systems unless he were to go to a... unless he gets his plasma torpedoes ready. Which he does have an F-type plasma torpedo he can fire out the stern. Oh yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about that. They get those stern-firing plasma torpedoes. The initial ones are I's, which are a sort of combination of F and D-type plasma torpedoes. But later on in the X series, they decide, no, we're just going to give you full-on D-type plasma torpedoes and F-type plasma torpedoes, just for the full laughs. Port-side plasma torpedoes almost ready, and at a range where we can engage from. So fire port-side plasma torpedo, and hopefully that'll bait out a Wild Weasel. No, it did not. Fire the S-type plasma torpedo. This will bait out the Wild Weasel, I'm sure of it, because he's got 2 of them. Unless he doesn't have it. Nope, there it is. The community has now dumped his Wild Weasel, and this time we will not fire before the attack shift has gone away. We want to make darn sure that's the case, because, well, we want to go for complete kills here. All up and select. Fire back with everything. And it killed him. Forward shields are down to 0.5% if it weren't for the reinforcement. So continue our turn. Let's increase speed. He's a simple destroyer. He has, I think, no actual plasma torpedoes. I think it's only Ds. Yeah, he's got 4 D-type plasma torpedoes, 4 phaser X's, and 4 phaser 3s. He is essentially helpless against us. So we'll pick up to our maximum speed and zoom on in here so that we can deal the ultimate amount of damage. Speed of time. I can't possibly imagine that he has any sort of defense that he can mount. Oh, that looked like it hurt a lot. Let's get our F-type plasma torpedo in. Fire out of starboard shot. Prepare our plasma S for the stern, or our phasers actually, because we're not going to get around to that. And there he goes. ISC ambush. Yeah, if you're going to ambush dreadnoughts, you may want to bring something a little bit bigger than frigates and destroyers. Probably a couple of light cruisers at least. And if you're feeling absolutely crazy, maybe a couple of heavy cruisers. 1,200 prestige from that! Wow! That was a lot. We're at 3,000. We could almost afford another heavy cruiser. There are 4 tiles left in the Romulan Star Kingdom. But that's going to have to save for another day. We will go after those last 4 tiles and hopefully maybe end them in the next episode, or maybe a super short episode after that. But anyway, I've been Terry. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.